Outbreak in South Africa, which has severely affected hundreds of poultry farms across the country. Some poultry owners have expressed their concern over the delayed bird flu vaccinations. Now, last year, South Africa lost 9.5 million chickens, about a third of its national flock, during its worst outbreak of high pathogenic avian influenza, a bird flu with a high death rate that spread rapidly through a flock. Now, experts have warned of a more severe consequence if no safety measures are deployed. Let's have more details of that in this report.
McRae Manyozo has been working at the LF Poultry Farm in Hammanskraal, just outside the capital, Pretoria, for 7 years. He says the facility has never had to deal with bird flu, largely because it adheres to strict sanitary and security measures to keep their flocks safe.
I never had that situation here, but most of the time, always, I have to disinfect myself. Even once I finish cleaning the cages, I have to mop the cage before I put sawdust. I have to mop, and that water I must make sure that I have to put viral kill. After mopping, then once it gets dry, then it's where I used to transfer to bring the chicken there, putting sawdust.
Bird flu outbreaks have become an all too regular occurrence in South Africa, affecting hundreds of poultry farms around the country. Last year, over 9.5 million chickens were lost in the country's worst ever such outbreak. The uncertainty is placing a sheer strain on individual farmers and the industry as a whole.
There's nowhere to find the chicken. Like the past 2 years, the chicks were very scarce. It was even empty here. We were just waiting because they said they saw the problem that there's a lot of disease on the eggs and chicks and chickens. That is why we have to be careful, very careful right now as we find this other chicken to make sure that they are alive.
The government published stringent guidelines for voluntary avian flu vaccinations, but to date, not one company has met the requirements.
What is blocking the progress in terms of starting to vaccinate is that we need to first approve the farms, considering the biosecurity measures that would be on those farms, as well as the surveillance that's going to be put on those farms.
Experts say the poultry industry will continue to be at risk of future outbreaks until there's some serious movement on ramping up vaccine coverage. Currently, vaccines for the H5 strain that's better suited for coastal regions are available, but there's nothing yet for the H7 strain. In the meantime, producers will have to work towards government vaccine approval before they can protect themselves.